Hello there and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Sakura's dead. I am honestly sad to see her gone, and I have no clue who killed her. So we're checking the Monokuma file. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Vomiting blood. I think I'm right about... Before we ended last one, I said I think she was poisoned because I don't think anyone could physically kill her. So it has to be poison. And they mentioned poison, you know. What is it, Chekhov's gun? Yeah, that's it.
Hey.
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why's that?
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? That's a reference to the other games that I thought you were more similar to, but you're still good. Though I have to say the amount of puzzles in those games I like better.
In other words...
this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. It simply means that the killer commits the crime and through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what that was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun and you shoot an arrow through the gap in the door or something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room?
In other words...
By that I mean where there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see it in a lot of novels. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes down to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of the 4 choices seems to be the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Till I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. Some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Do you recognize it?
Well...
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
Because, I mean...
I But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Polka dot candy wrapper bullet. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting in. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? This must have originally been a bottle. Something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. Fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Okay. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head. Of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problems believing that that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. It's strange how the glass looks more like blood than the blood. Oh, there's the blood in the corner. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No? But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. Must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Oh, bottles on the shelf. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there is some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma in a bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of the things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and Monokuma figure are evidence of that. I think it's safe that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. That's weird. Huh, the locker's open and there on the inside. It's a handprint!
why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of this locker and left the handprint all in dust.
It's true.
Looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Why not?
Hey,
Think back before we opened the door and looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? Anything else in here I need to check? Oh, there's more glass over here. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So...
Looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. She must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. What is?
Hey,
You see that scattered around the can? Shows a blue glass. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't all just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue, I'm not sure how I see how. Except that it means that the bottle was here before you broke the window, and so was some of that glass. Anything else? Well, let's talk to her.
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who will go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. How was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wondered, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to, or if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What the heck?
We already know who did it.
I won't forgive you.
Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand in the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you find out more. See, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Why not just say Hina's account? I cannot pronounce a name that is 3 vowels. But the fact that she asked those 3 to meet with her, and she's asked them to come to the rec room at noon, same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the 3 of them directly. Well then, anything else to check? Clock? Was that when Kyoko and I were removing Alter Ego? Well, so, I guess that means Kyoko is clean.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. What fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the notes to shreds and threw it away. I hadn't seen Sakura at all. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, you have no choice. I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
You're all finished. Please remove yourself from my sight. Okay. Door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change in the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. And the chair? The chair was moved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair has anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Rec room door, bullet.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so.
So then,
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
Listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided? We've gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I want to leave. Because I have to hit R. I can't just use the door. Those other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Well, I want to go confirm if there's poison. Alright, well, Toko... That just leaves Hiro. Because Toko wouldn't leave Byakuya aside.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
I can tell.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well...
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. You can tell me. So, can you tell me about it? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Can I really believe her? Well, I have no choice but to accept it as fact until I have proof. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. Toko's account. See, Hina, you need some consonants in your first name. Where is... There you are.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you?
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do you still have it? Let's see.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, it looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Pocket trash. Yep, let's go there first. hero being the killer would be a little too obvious for the fourth murder. No, chem lab. There we go. I mean, that's just a bit too... I mean, he's not even trying to hide it. 'Cause he's just a bit too dumb, you know? So it's gotta be something else. Well, there's stuff on the floor. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like the shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, that powder that's been spilled all in front of the shelf. I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. This powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. That really is when it happened. It must be related to the case somehow. Are these footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So, I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad, for you, I mean. For me?
I see.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear whoever left these footprints only had business in the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Well, but why isn't it a bullet? What's on the shelf? All kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Except there's a C right there. But wait, there's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Did someone put it here on accident? Chemicals labeled B. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't it that kind of harsh?
What?
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers are B and a number. Chemicals labeled C. Poisons and other powerful chemicals. So Sakura got the protein from powder A. What concerns me is section A, there was a bottle from section C. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, anything else? The middle. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. There's also the remains of a bottle. Okay. Footprints in the powder. Now it's a clue. Good. To the rec room. Hey, that's candy. You should lick it.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might actually need to examine the body?
whew.
There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
It's totally normal. And how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
correct.
You see the yellow powder in her instep? Really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth bullets.
Hey,
Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
It
explain.
would seem.
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Well, she's looking at bodies to get clues. I did that in L.A. Noire. See, the big thing is there's one bottle missing. I noticed that instantly. Don't know why I had to wait so long to get that clue. Judging by that, it's the king. Yeah, the king's missing.
Hey,
So did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Correlation, Can you just tell me what it is? Cause I'm dumb. Me am dumb. Me no survive in brain puzzle of death.
so.
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer. I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree.
Hey,
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Are you sure it's okay?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of two normal Monokuma bottles. It's
in
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else would really affect the weight.
so then,
Now comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be they'll either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but here's a chance I could have missed. There's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Let's give it a try. The broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible? Because there were
knew it.
two bottles. Just as I thought. What?
in other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
hey,
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. I didn't need that. It's pretty obvious already. What was the other thing you wanted me to check?
in other words, hey,
The experiment showed the glass. Yeah, okay. Is this just a recap, or am I actually gonna put it together? What else was there? In here?
why? It's true.
I already
Hey.
did this one.
Indeed.
The wrapper? Okay.
So, hey, correct. So,
Maybe if I look at the
hey,
there we go. Maybe not. I don't know what the bottles have in common, and I don't understand the results of the experiment. 'Cause I'm dumb.
so, indeed.
Damn it! Huh, this magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, the word has been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So,
is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that? It says Toko, right? That's what it looks like.
What the heck?
And she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Unlike the first time, when that absolutely confirmed the killer. That's all the evidence!
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens, we'll have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery.
What?
I have just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
When, how about the reverse?
Phew.
No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends?
What?
He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
Don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt. One of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? How you doing, Hina?
What the heck?
Yep, let's go. Time to put an end to this. Made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really?
This is kind of depressing.
That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or... Will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly clash trial! And, well, that was shorter than I thought, but that's the end of investigation. So, we're ending this one here. Next time is the trial. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I think I have something about who did this, but I'm not quite sure. It's a bit iffy. But we'll go over that before the trial starts. So, hope to catch you then. Later.